Leonardo da Vinci, one of the active witnesses of the Renaissance period, lived between April 15, 1452 and May 2, 1519. Leonardo da Vinci's most famous works are the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. So who is Leonardo da Vinci? Leonardo da Vinci, an Italian hezarfen who lived during the Renaissance, is an important philosopher, astronomer, architect, engineer, inventor, mathematician, anatomist, musician, sculptor, botanist, geologist, cartographer, writer and painter. Details about Leonardo da Vinci's life are in the video. Leonardo di Ser Piero da Vinci was born on April 15, 1452 in Florence. Before modern naming conventions in Europe, his name was Leonardo di Ser Piero da Vinci. The meaning of this name is Leonardo, son of the master Piero of Vinci. In his early years, Da Vinci was good enough to give surprising answers to questions posed by his teachers in arithmetic and geometry. He was also noted for his talent at an early age. In his childhood, his favorite job was to draw. He was not only drawing, but also playing the lyre. When his father noticed his talents, he apprenticed him to one of Florence's most important workshops. He lived in Vinci until he was 14 years old, living with his grandparents. He went to Florence when they both died one after the other. At that time, it was forbidden for children out of wedlock to go to university, and unfortunately Leonardo was a child born out of an extramarital affair with his father. Therefore, he could not find the opportunity to study at the university. The famous sculptor of the period, Andrea del Verrocchio, was impressed by Leonardo's paintings and accepted him as an apprentice. Here he had the opportunity to work not only with Verrocchio, but also with important artists such as Lorenzo di Credi and Pietro Perugino. It was here that Leonardo learned to play the lyre. Da Vinci left Florence in 1482. He wrote his world-famous letter, which is considered the most extraordinary job application in world history, for Sforza, Duke of Milan, during this period. As a result of this extraordinary letter, he worked for the Duke of Milan for 17 years. He not only painted or sculpted for the Duke, but also designed buildings, machinery, and weapons. Da Vinci, who had a wide range of interests, could not finish the works he started on time. Between the years 1485 to 1490 he was active in fields such as nature, mechanics, geometry, flying machines, church, castle and canal construction. In addition to all these, he did anatomy studies and trained students. He left Milan in 1499, traveling in Italy for 16 years. It was during this period that he began to paint the Mona Lisa, one of the most important paintings in human history. Even after completing the painting, he never left the Mona Lisa painting, which is estimated to have started in 1503, and took it with him on all his travels. When his father died in 1504, he returned to Florence. In 1506 he met Count Francesco Melzi, who would become his best friend and student for the rest of his life. Leonardo da Vinci lived in Rome between 1513 to 16 and took part in many projects for the Pope. During this period, he continued to work in the fields of anatomy and physiology. But the Pope forbade da Vinci to work on cadavers. In 1516 he received an invitation from King Francis I to become France's chief painter, engineer and architect. Responding to this invitation, da Vinci settled in the mansion prepared for him, right next to the royal palace near Amboise. Anatomy studies had become a subject that da Vinci focused more and more on. He approached the human organism as a perfect machine in which he was curious about the working rules. He was making clear by drawing everything he saw and observed. He was revealing the details of anatomy with his detailed drawings. His drawings are extremely clear, despite some minor inaccuracies. He studied cows for the famous drawing of a baby in the womb and adapted his results to humans. After the Pope banned his work on human anatomy, He continued his research on the circulatory system by working with cattle hearts. Leonardo da Vinci died at his home in Amboise on May 2, 1519, at the age of 67. There are rumors that he died in the arms of the king. His last words were, "I offended God and humanity because my work did not reach the quality it should have, has been." He was buried in the Church of Saint Florentine in Amboise.